Hello, today we would like to look at how you post GMS statements in your cloud software. I'll be looking at Xero and talking to you through the steps on how to do this. I have a demo company set up here and I'll just talk to you through a few things that I've set up. If you go to the accounting tab and you go to manual journals, the first time that you enter a statement, you would need to go on new repeating journal. You can see here, you can select the first journal date. And in this example, we've set it as April 2023. You can then select for this to repeat, and I'm going to say every 1 month. And I'm not going to enter an end date, but you can do. You can also select the option of whether you want to save this as a draft or post it. In most cases, we suggest you should save it as a draft, and certainly with the GMS statements, they tend to change the figures each month, so that should be a draft. You can add any extra detail in here, and then extra description in here. If you select an account here, you can either just select from the drop down or you can start typing and the relevant account code will come up. You then enter the figures and at the bottom the total should agree to the statement. So these figures are all picked up from the statement that you can obtain from PCSE. To show you some real figures on this, I've already set up an example which I'll show you now. Going back to accounting, manual journals, and in here I've set some draft journals. Here's one for April with some figures entered, you can see, and the balance of the total income received has been put against a GMS control account here. I'm just going to cancel out of this one now. This one is saved as draft. If we go along to the posted section now, there are a couple here that I've posted, including this one in December. The total on that GMS account was £60,840, and this has gone to this GMS control account. So, how does this work? What does the GMS control account mean? Basically, when the money comes in for the bank statement, we will put it to the same GMS control account. So it will net against this figure and the GMS control account will be reconciled down to nil. Let me show you that in practice. If I go to the dashboard and scroll down here, we have a bank account set up. If I click on reconcile 15 items, I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom and to the second page. And I can see here in December that there's an amount coming in from NHS England for £60,840, which agrees to the journal that I've just put through. You can see here it's applying a rule to automatically put that amount to the same account. So if I view details, you can see there that it's putting the whole amount to the GMS control account. If I just cancel that for a second. So where is this rule coming from? I can show you that separately. Up the top here, if we go into manage account, bank rules, and you can see up the top here, you can create rules for spending money or receiving money or transferring money. So if I click on receive money rules, and on the top right, you can create a rule. There are various boxes here that you need to complete, and this is the blank template. If I cancel this, I can show you one that I have set up for the GMS statements here. If I click on edit, so I have said that if a transaction coming in on the bank has the text field of NHS England, then we're not going to allocate any fixed amount because the amount changes each month. We're going to allocate the rest of it to this GMS control account. And I've just named the rule GMS statements. Obviously, this is very simplistic because you're likely to have income from a lot of NHS sources, but this is just for example purposes. So this rule is created and you can save. Going back now to the dashboard, clicking on reconcile 15 items, going back to the second page, I can then reconcile this transaction. What I would then need to do is to double check that my GMS control account has a zero balance in it. To do that, I can go to accounting, balance sheet, and I'm just going to change the date here to March 24, as that's the year I'm working on. Right, going now to the accounting and chart of accounts. If I go, I can see here at the top, I have my GMS control account. If I click in the balance showing on the right-hand side, I can see the transactions that have gone through the account so far, and you can see that there's a figure coming in December and out, and that's the income coming in from the bank account offset against the journal that we analysed. And if you wanted to click into either of those, you can do. So there's the journal. If we go back, that's the receipt in from the bank. So as you go through each month, we recommend going back here to check your GMS control account and that the balance goes down to nil each month. If you ever find that you have got a difference in here and you do not know how it's arisen, please get in touch and we'll be able to help.